Hey, this is Kiki's Philosophy. How y'all doing? Welcome. Excuse me. Um, so I wanted to have a talk or a conversation because I'm currently watching this video by Jason Williams, and I think it's a TikTok or a video talking about a guy who's explaining why he's excited about the collapse of America. And I want to chime in and pretty much kind of like explain the experience that I'm also going through. And I don't know if anybody else is feeling the same way, but lately I have just been on this journey of it is what it is. Like I'm slowly developing it into it is what it is. Here's why I say that. I'm growing up, I never understood what it means to not give a fuck or not care. Like you just and it's not saying like you don't care to the point where you're apathetic, you don't have remorse for people's feeling or remorse for anyone in your life or in life at all, but it's more so it's like you're finally getting to that point where you're not stressing out or you're not afraid as much as you used to be. It's like before, yeah, you was stressed out, you was anxious, you was afraid, you didn't know what was going to happen. You like, oh my God, what the hell am I going to do tomorrow? Like, it's one of those stresses. And as a child, I didn't understand that. But as I got older, I started experiencing adulthood. And it's like, oh, fuck. Is this what it's like to get older and stress the fuck out about stuff? Like, it's annoying. But yeah, you feel like you're losing your head because you just don't know what to do with your life. It's like one of those things where you saw your mom and dad and grandma and elders with the blueprint on how to get their life together. But then when you ask them about the same blueprint, they're like, I don't know, figure it out. And it's just like, WTF right now. Like, I'm 25 right now. But even with me being a 25-year-old, I swear life is making me age, but like on a wisdom level. Look, I'm not saying I'm so wise, like I've been here like all since ancient dawn of time. No, I'm not. I'm not wise to the point where I know everything, but it's one of those things where I'm slowly understanding what it means to not care or not stress the fuck out that much as I used to, or as anyone used to. Like, you're slowly getting to that point where it is what it is, and I'm gonna just keep moving forward with it. It's one of those things where you're not really losing your head as much as you used to. You're starting to get to the point where, you know what? I'm finna figure out life the best way I can. It's one of those, I'm finna do the best I can. Do the best you can. That's what Granddad said from the Boondocks. Do the best you can. And I feel like that's what a lot of us are doing out here. Well, maybe not a lot, but a few of us are doing out here. Some others are going straying down the wrong path, and I just can't associate with that, because when you stray down the wrong path, you're only leading yourself to your ultimate demise. So, no. But I'm growing into this. I'm I'm not going to say that I'm slowly maturing, but I'm maturing at a moderate pace. And I'm starting to realize that this whole collapse of America or collapse of society, where I was anxious or afraid or thinking like, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. I'm so nervous, like I'm freaking, I'm panicked. How are we gonna get through this? It's like at this point I'm slowly getting to the point where I'm not gonna lose my mind, but I'm gonna focus on my purpose and my vision. A lot of people are losing their mind. Granted, Snap has been canceled for the meantime. I don't know how long it's gonna be canceled, but it's canceled for the meantime, or whatever. We dealing with this whole government political shit that's starting to slowly unravel into a shit show. And seeing everything that goes on in society, in the world, or whatever, the older you get and the more you start becoming aware about certain stuff, the more you just like, all right, you know what? Don't lose your head. It is what it is. And saying it is what it is doesn't mean like, all right, fuck it, like it's just gonna happen, can't do anything about it, who cares? No, it's not like that. It's more so, don't lose your shit over trying to control something that's out of your control. Whatever is in your control, you deal with it, that's in your control. Whatever is out of your control, don't stress yourself over it, or you're gonna lose your mind. I'm speaking from experience. When you start stressing over things that are out of your control, you will lose your god dang shit. Don't do it, please. That's why I've just been on this journey of just focusing on my purpose, focusing on my vision, building my own content in my own little side business. I'm doing something that's building towards my legacy, building towards my dream, my vision, my purpose, or building towards what I'm passionate about. Because I'm basically passionate about philosophy, and I like conversations about existentialism and mortality and sometimes morality, but that's like a subject that's like it's one of those real deep discussion morality subjects. But yeah, I'm mostly basically on human nature and just existence, but that's besides the point. Basically, the older I get, or the more aware and more conscious I become, the more I'm starting to realize I can only focus on what I can focus on. I can only do what I can. I can only do the best I can. And so can you. You can only do the best you can. Trying to stress yourself over little things will absolutely stress you to death. Like you will end up giving yourself a heart attack, stroke, or ulcer trying to control everything that's outside of you. Don't do that. Don't do that. Focus on yourself. And I'm not saying that selfishly. I'm saying that mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. What are some things that you haven't paid attention to? What are some things that you haven't confronted? What are some things in your past you haven't come to terms with? What are some things that you need to learn? What are some things that you feel that in this life you're supposed to learn? Like, focus on that. Focus on your passion. Focus on believing in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, who else is going to believe in you? There are people out there who are talented in singing, talented in music, talented in poetry, talented in philosophy, talented in science, talented in math, talented in even art or media or something like that. Everybody has a talent. Everybody has a gift. And I feel like once you find your niche, or when you find your gift, it kind of like, it's like you finally find your purpose, or you finally find that thing that makes your soul, that sets your soul on fire to just want to do more of it. So it's like, yeah, focus on you, but more so focusing on your life. Focus on your legacy. Focus on what you're trying to build 5 to 10 to maybe 20 years ahead. Because if you don't think about it now, God forbid you like 20, 30 years down the line and you thinking about all the things you could have done, should have done, would have done. Don't end up being the girl or guy or however you want to identify with regrets. Don't end up being the person that ends up dying with regrets, because that's going to be the saddest feeling. When you look back at your life and be like, damn, that's all I did with my life? That's sad. Or that sucks. That's lame. Don't do that. So I'm doing this to give encouragement, but also kind of like give a bit of wisdom to help you understand, like, hey, focus on what you can focus on. Control what you can control. And remember grandmama's method. Remember grandmama's method, all right? Don't forget about grandmama's method. And I say don't forget about grandmama's method because, honestly, our elders really had many, many ways and methods of surviving on low budget income or situations or circumstances. Like, excuse me, alarm. But yeah, it was basically one of those things where whenever you had only little stuff in the kitchen or little stuff in the fridge, grandmama always had a way. Either it was grandmama, big mama, or mom. She always had a way to take the smallest things, put them together, and make a delicious meal. Don't forget grandmama's methods. because grandmama's methods will save your life. So yeah, this has been Kiki's philosophy. Don't lose your head. Do the best you can. Control what you can control, and don't stress yourself out over the things you can't, because we're not all Superman or superheroes. If Superman exists, oh man, a lot of shit would be taken care of. But because we don't live in a superhero planet and we live in a realistic world, focus on what you can focus on. And yeah, that's about all I'm gonna say. Deuces.